This is Sybert signing into Kane's Wrath on the map Dark Waters, which is another community-made map that I have never seen before for a 6-player game. This is a 2v2v2, so we're kicking it off in Kane's Wrath here, and in the north, also in the west. This, as the green Traveler 59 going for fast legs, is Synthisize. Their teammate all the way down here in the bottom right-hand corner as the pink-black hand is Lamas. Now into the middle for our next team as the purple Traveler 59, it's Charles-WarMonk. I don't know if I'm supposed to call him Charles or WarMonk. Their ally also in the middle as the red nod, it's TheWankBank. Wanking and banking all in the same place. In the bottom left-hand corner as the orange GDI, this is DuneTiger. And in the top right-hand corner, our 6th player in this game, it is Phantom, as Traveler 59. The admin over from Game Replays. Now, we do have a very weird spawning situation here, but I do believe it was to kind of balance out the spawns. Otherwise, the people in the middle would be surrounded by opponents on both sides, and then everyone else would kind of have a safe side. So this kind of mixes things up. Looks like there are some EMP control centers, at least one in the south, and then, as you saw there, some tip spikes in the middle of the map, and then another tip spike in the north, I guess, and yeah, 2 more tip spikes there in the south. Now, we do have lots of potential for anything from engineer caps to, as we can see here, fast leg descents, which haven't been able to really find much of a clear opening, but they have been trying everywhere that they possibly can to find an opening, and they just have not been able to, and now they're going all the way down into the south to DuneTiger's base, looking desperately for some kind of havoc that they can cause. And Flame Tank going to be coming in here for Lamas. Going to be getting hit with WarMonk's bike there, but it will end up going down, the combination of the Flame Tank and the units inside of that building. And the descents all do go down. DuneTiger nearly loses a Harvester, but he does manage to save it. And the refinery may end up going down here. Those Seeker Tanks are going to be close with the Lightning Spike, but that refinery is getting burned. And 1 refinery down, but it's already a 2nd Flame Tank in here. He heads right into the middle of all of these Seeker Tanks, and that will be it for the Flame Tank. So he'll get himself a Lightning Spike. Maybe could have found an opportunity there, not directly into the Lightning Spike, but at any rate, got to hand it to Lamas for trying. So that's what that operations center was for. And now DuneTiger going to be putting a little bit of pressure on that power plant. While on the left side of the map, we do have that operations sell-off Black Hand and the MCV on the move. But the operations sell-off Black Hand getting some value and going to be burning down the Tiberium Spike of DuneTiger. So nicely done there by Lamas, getting what value he can. Now, once again, Dark Waters, whatever the name of this map is, I've never seen this one before, but also I think this is the first 2v2v2 in Kane's Wrath. So if you have some, I believe this one was sent in to my email, and if you've got some fun, action-packed team games, especially with good players where the level of play is pretty high, then definitely do send them into my email, because I like checking out games that are not always 1v1. I love me some 1v1, but I like me some team game action, especially unusual stuff that's not like 4v4, but instead, you know, sometimes FFA or sometimes 2v2v2, which is just great to see. At any rate, expansion's going to be coming up for, I assume, everyone moving their MCV. Right now, DuneTiger and WarMonk going to be meeting there, kind of red and orange in the middle of the map, but really, WarMonk is taking on Synthisize, going to be putting his Harvesters under some pressure, going to be able to at least kill 1 Seeker Tank pretty darn easily there, and it's just Black Hand traveling through a Tiberium field. Descents get instantly murdered. 1 Harvester does go down there. These bikes not being super active, they're mostly just wanting to stick around here and deny that expansion from going up. DuneTiger going to be putting a little bit of pressure on Lamas in the bottom right-hand corner there as a Rifleman squad finds its mark on that power plant, while in the north, a full Harvester, a Harvester full of Tiberium, rather, is going to get sniped down. I don't know where that guy thought he was going. I mean, he was trying to find down in that refinery, down in the south, but it was not a good choice, as Synthisize is going to be losing potentially all of his eco to TheWankBank, who's looking for the early win by just striking out one player's economy completely. Synthisize, when your allies all the way in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, you don't have a lot of help for this sort of thing. Could be potentially I don't know, like dropping a Hand of Nod and then trying to get out some rocket troopers, but really, these bikes continuing to reign supreme in this match, and TheWankBank doing some big damage again to the economy of Synthisize, and is gonna have to make sure that he dies. You never really want in these team games to like just almost kill someone, as Mechapedes from Charles going to be holding off the attack from Lamas. But you never want to almost kill somebody and then forget about them, and then like 10 minutes later they've got a Redeemer and a huge army, or an Eradicator Hexbot and a huge army, and like, you know, 100 commandos and all that kind of stuff. Whoa, up here on the high ground, Phantom, what are you doing? So he dropped his tier 3 up on the high ground where it can't be hit, and this is something that only Scrin can really, I guess someone else could have Scrin maybe teleport their MCV up there, but really that's the only thing that Scrin can do. And the unfortunate thing is that with this bike buggy here, Synthisize can't really escape with his drone ship. He is in dire straits, even going to be in low power mode, as having to sell off pretty much everything, and the MCV is almost certainly going to go. Might even have to sell off that photon cannon just to try and get everything out. DuneTiger going to be pressuring TheWankBank, going to be potentially saving Synthisize by forcing TheWankBank to retreat, as there are a ton of orcas here, going to be harvester hunting for DuneTiger, going to be able to potentially do big damage as the secret shrine does go down there, and Mechapede's going to be pulling back for Charles, again, once again hitting the expansion. Whoa, the expansion point. Oh my gosh, these orcas, what are you doing, DuneTiger? Lets all of those orcas eat so many shots. Of course, his actual army is killing a whole bunch of stuff in TheWankBank's base, but TheWankBank now with the reinforcements here, or with the attack party rather, returning from the north, as an Eradicator Hexpod going to be, it's on the high ground, it does teleport down, very nicely done by Phantom, going to be able to get himself a Harvester kill, while again, actually Charles coming to the rescue with his Mechapedes, does phase one of them, just to give it a little bit more life there, as it won't be able to be killed, and in that case, TheWankBank and Charles have been able to hold off the attack, TheWankBank getting back to killing Synthisize in the north. And there's one Black Hand Squad from Lamas going to be moving in here, and I guess Seeker Tanks are going to take a while to kill that guy. But Harvester is getting hunted down, and unfortunately for Charles, his buddy is not here defending him, as he was there defending his buddy. So Phantom and DuneTiger putting a lot of pressure on the team in the middle, whereas Synthisize, unless he's dropped something in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and they're going to try and do the 2 players in one base kind of a move, which sometimes works out, but most of the time doesn't work out. Synthisize is pretty much going to be out of this game, and then, of course, that does mean Lamas, oh, a little bit of damage from the bottom, the Eradicator Hexpod shooting up onto the high ground there, and a Lightning Spike going down as well. The Corruptors are here to immediately tag it and destroy it, so going to be denying that from doing any more damage. These Corruptors really need to start healing up this Eradicator Hexpod. This Eradicator Hexpod doesn't necessarily need to just sit there and fight that battle in that way. Reinforcements on the way for the TheWankBank. He's heading over to the right side of the map. He's going to be able to assist Charles in holding off Phantom, and DuneTiger at least trying to. And more aircraft from our GDI player going down, getting eliminated there. One refinery still here, and a Tib Spike as well for Synthisize, so I'm not sure exactly what TheWankBank's plan is here, but he's trying something. Eradicator Hexpod getting healed up. It looks like it may have killed another Harvester there, although no, those could have been, yeah, those are Phantom's Harvesters coming down from the north to the south to try and capture some of that Tiberium, but really, now the Tiberium is in the middle of the map, as most of the secondary fields have already dried up, relatively small primary and secondary fields. Prodigy going to be getting called in there for Phantom, does need to go ahead and run for the hills. DuneTiger, whoa! Not a big deal losing one Harvester this late in the game. He's got himself railguns as well, and it looks like AP ammo and something else as a Reclamator hub comes up. But DuneTiger going to be letting one Harvester kind of latently go into the middle of TheWankBank's base and loses it there as it was going for this Tiberium on that auto harvest. And actually, this is great from TheWankBank, deciding to, I guess this guy left. Yeah, he did indeed. So he's out. Good for him. Oh, it's a... The drone ship is all the way up here. So Phantom is hiding his drone ship. Oh, it's a second drone ship. That's an insurance policy. So he wants to make sure that if he's got an army, out on the map and he loses all of his buildings or he sells them all off, like he's got an Eradicator, Hexapod, a Prodigy, and a couple of Corruptors, he loses all of his other buildings, then he has this insurance policy over here, which is in the sky, so that means it can't get hit. It can't be, engineer capped or anything like that. You can't bomb it. I guess you could shoot it with Firehawks, but you have to use the air-to-air missiles. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is great from TheWankBank. He's been able to kill Synthisize, and then, of course, that means he's got an extra two Tiberium fields, which are free and clear his. He is sending a couple of Scorpions way over here. I'm not sure what that's for. He's going to have to deal with DuneTiger's railguns and potentially a Marv coming in here in just a couple of moments, as these Orcas are going to be taking a couple of shots off on these avatars. Going to be able to clean up one, and a second one does not go down as it does scan. Oh my gosh. He lost it in the stealth while the missiles were in mid-air there. Marv is now out on the field. Eradicator Hexapod from Phantom just kind of sitting up on the high ground. That is a funny thing that doesn't happen very often in games, and it isn't even possible for pretty much any other faction. And actually, this is an asymmetrical map, so this only really works in the north, and in this location over here I didn't realize that this is all like ridges and rifts and things and no actual really viable build radius. Maybe you could land a drone ship there, but it might not even be possible. So Lamas is still in there, Lamas, I don't know, is still in this technically by himself. And again, like we've seen many times in team games before, occasionally the player who's almost dead will get forgotten by the rest of them. They'll all be duking it out, and Phantom going to be profiting off of the build radius of DuneTiger here. But the one guy that everyone forgets about, he grows strong, and slowly over time he's got himself a big army. Might even be worth reestablishing a refinery down there in the bottom right-hand corner there. And the Prodigy on the high ground, the Eradicator Hexapod. Other than that, Phantom has mostly retreated from the low ground. Is this really the primary economy? That's like his only harvesting point. Eradicator Hexapod, ooh, he tries to jump forward. He tries to go for the nab of the Warp Chasm and sell it off, but he's not fast enough. He had it for like a quarter of a second there before the Prodigy died, and that was just not enough for Phantom to be able to get that cap. He's transferred all of his harvesters. He's taking so much money from DuneTiger, and I have no idea what he's going to be spending it on. Yeah, you can get some. Actually, if he landed this drone ship, dropped maybe 2 or 3 gravity stabilizers up here, I don't know if you actually have build radius up there, like if you legally can build there. Sometimes it looks like you can build somewhere, like this looks flat and safe to build, but sometimes there's something about the terrain that makes it technically impossible. I don't know if that's an intentional map design thing or what, but sometimes you can't build. So if he dropped a couple of gravity stabilizers there and then just dumped all of his money either into planetary assault carriers, devastator warships, or even storm riders, getting out a lot of DPS, that would give him an opportunity to join up with DuneTiger and do some serious damage to one of these guys in the middle, maybe kill TheWankBank or Charles. And although this planetary assault carrier is stepping on out, he's going to be taking a little bit of damage on those drones, but not too big of a deal to worry about just yet. Hammerhead's out on the field for DuneTiger, and with how weird this opening was, things have really slowed down in the middle of this game, and people are kind of fortressing themselves. They're fortifying everything up. And we'll have to see if Lamas has an opportunity to make some big moves from the bottom right-hand corner of the map out into the middle sometime. All of these avatars are going down. The Redeemer is here, but of course it doesn't have a lot of anti-air inside of it. Nice stasis bubble going to be going down there. I forget which one that is called. It's not stasis shield, it's the other one. Stasis chamber? As it's just slowing guys down. It's not completely stopping them in their tracks. And of course, that is a phased Redeemer. Imagine if a phased Redeemer could just crush a Marv in a single stroke. That would be pretty frustrating to play against. And looks like a couple of refineries and stuff going to be going down there. But the Eradicator Hexapod and the army is moving into the middle of the map. The Eradicator Hexapod, I assume, is somewhere. Yeah, it's moving into the middle of the map for Charles. So he's going to be going to put pressure on DuneTiger, while DuneTiger was trying to put pressure on TheWankBank, and instead he himself has an army to deal with. But this does mean that planetary assault carriers and the Eradicator Hexapod of Phantom have lots of space to be able to put the hurt on Charles, who in the middle of the map is getting picked off. This attack totally fell apart. I don't know that he did anything substantial here to DuneTiger. Did he just lose everything? His army wasn't at home to defend, which means... Yeah, so Charles basically has nothing. He's not totally out of this game yet, but he is pretty darn close to being out of this game. He's taking so much DPS. He's going to wormhole to escape. And no, that's actually Phantom's wormhole, as Charles has been defeated. I think he lost his lost building there, potentially over, I guess, somewhere over here. But wormhole in for Phantom to join up with DuneTiger and continue crushing forward, as WankBank, I don't think, has the strength to resist both DuneTiger and Phantom closing in around him. The MCB goes down. A couple of avatars are stomping around in the northern half of the map. And the Redeemer has pulled back, a second Redeemer engineering facility in the north. Maybe the other Redeemer ended up going down. So a nice little foothold here for WankBank. But really, WankBank's only chance is this. This is exactly what he needs. He needs Lamas to think that WankBank is his new ally just because the base is in the top left-hand corner of the map, and then send an army to kill DuneTiger. That's exactly what he needs, and that is exactly what is happening, which could draw DuneTiger and Phantom off of WankBank just long enough for WankBank to escape with his base in the north. Couple of obelisks going down here as well. Big infantry army, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of other strength in this army. There's actually only infantry. Holy cow, what, has he just done nothing? I feel like he should have more money than that. Maybe he truly doesn't, but if it's just infantry, then I think DuneTiger is going to find a way to deal with that. That one Black Hand Squad giving those railgun Preds and the Marv a lot of trouble, as that Marv has gone single vet. And these are Charged Particle Beam Black Hand units. Not Firehawks, rather, Hammerheads, going to be putting some hurt out on these infantry squads, and really this is just buying time. DuneTiger needs to get up some AP ammo watchtowers if he even wants to defend this area, and then get up some AP ammo watchtowers, maybe have Phantom drop some buzzer stuff as well, and then just hold the line. And I mean, the Hammerheads can come in and do extra defense if you really need it. But it's also possible DuneTiger just says, forget that base in the north, or in the south. I'm gonna just leave it for now. Planetary Assault Carrier is going to be coming in. They are the front line of this attack, and the Eradicator Hexbot is going to be following up. Phantom doing what he can, and it's mostly just him, as DuneTiger is not participating in this battle, but the WankBank has been found out, and this is pretty much everything that the WankBank has. He's got a bunch of Harvesters in the middle of the map there, but that is not really important, as that is not going to hold him in this game. Yeah, just more Harvesters there as well. DuneTiger has lost everything in this corner of the map. He truly did not care about that location, and the WankBank has been defeated, and the writing was on the wall. And now DuneTiger and Phantom, who look very sparse across the map, but here's the thing about Phantom: it's really hard for infantry to kill that drone ship in the north of the map like that. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, literally, yes, he can win. Technically, literally. But can he? I think the answer is basically no. DuneTiger's MCB is expanding to WankBank's old location, and also doing some Marvising there in the middle of the map. So Phantom and DuneTiger. Another wormhole opens up there. I'm not sure where to, right in the middle of the map. I guess he's getting his Corruptors out onto the field. I feel like the Eradicator Hexbot could also join in this fight. Corruptor is going to be dying a little bit to this infantry army, and this is where you really want to utilize something else to tank for this Eradicator Hexapod, because there's going to be the crush forward, and actually if you can get this stacked up infantry, you might be able to crush them faster than they can kill. There's the phase. That is the final piece of the pie. That is the bit of the missing recipe that he needed, and you just go for the crushes. The infantry army completely evaporates there, and the infantry army almost evaporates there. The infantry army will soon evaporate there. Over there. I mean, maybe they could kill an Eradicator Hexapod, but even that is pretty unlikely with how little rockets remain in this army. Might be giving away some Tier 3, Tier 4 air, but even if he does, I don't know how much that really matters. Harvester's going down as well, so the Marv is going to split off from the Eradicator Hexapod, which is taking a little bit of damage, but not much. I think Phantom is literally just going for the building kill. He does not care about the infantry, and I mean, there is some merit to that, but you got to kill all of these buildings over here as well, which is what the Marv is going for, but this is just going to be the slow march over of DuneTiger and Phantom. They're just going to roll themselves right over Lamas, and that will do it for Lamas. He has been defeated, the last one to hold out, despite the fact that his teammate was the first one to go in this 2v2v2, which I think I said it's a community map. I don't actually know that this is a community map. That looks like it might be one of the official maps, but I just assumed it was because I don't think I've ever seen a game on it. But that will do it for this match. A little unorthodox, a lot unorthodox, but a bit of fun as well. So thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it, and this is Sybert signing out.